You are alive.
See, now I want to make this scroll. Scroll across bottom. Yes.
Who's bottom?
This is Smarta.
Greetings, everyone.
Hello, 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 hello.
This is Creating with the Crew. This is Smarta. I'm Smartacus.
I love that. I'm Smartacus.
I'm Smartacus.
Clearly Smartacus.
This is Creating with Chicks in Bikinis.
And chickens with
We are
Chickens with worms.
We're eventually going to build a hot tub, but until then, we're just going to pretend. Tilt that up there.
There you go.
We'll
Just
all...
gotta get the arms
Hey,
right.
what's up, everybody? A little lower. I'm like, all right.
I'm doing planks now because I'm actually sitting in an ergonomic chair. I can't get that low.
How low can you go?
I always win the limbo contest.
All right.
Really?
Well,
Always.
I recently beat a bunch of teenagers. I was like, prank you people. You know you play too many video games when the 45-year-old lady kicks all your asses at limbo. I was embarrassing to everyone.
Oh, that is funny.
Again.
Hello, everybody. Hello. So we are here, cunningly disguising ourselves as human persons while discussing our future art endeavors and our current art endeavors. And unfortunately, all of those plans are so confidential right now. Can't really talk about it. No, I don't know. Well, the one I was talking about with Ansa.
Oh, right. Hello, Zalani. Hello, Johnny.
Hey.
Hello, Sally.
Sally.
Welcome aboard. We are crafting with the crew in Smarta. Hey, Dave. Yes, what a great show last night. I just want to say that. And just remember, every single person here threw down something I know from in that event. I would just call it an event. I
was throwing down that tequila that I got from Reverend Tommy. Actually, that's what I was throwing down.
Yeah. That was really awesome to see. Oh my gosh. So for those of you who don't know Ick the Troll, he is a mainstay, by the way, at the Tennessee Renaissance Fair. He also goes to, I think he goes to Georgia. But here's the thing, y'all. Just recently, if you remember, and I haven't even seen it because I'm not caught up on things. The latest episode of Loki, if you scroll back in your brains and think about on the television, there was a show going on and that it was supposed to be, weirdly, at the Bristol Renaissance Fair, which was filmed at the Georgia Renaissance Fair. And there was a certain troll on the TV, and that's who it was, by the way. So vaguely famous, Ick the Troll, and
I've seen on TV.
Yeah, I've seen on TV, and so like I've known him for years.
The TV on the movie.
That's right. I've known him for years, and he's a great guy. He's very funny, just a great play. You know, plays well with others. And I just chatted with him, and I was like, oh my gosh, he does stuff on Twitch. Obviously, so you should swing by and check him out. He's a very funny guy, and then I was just chatting with him, so he must have like swung by to see what Nat 21 Adventures was all about, and boy, did he get an eyeful.
Was this last night?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Ick the Troll, great guy. If you check him out, go follow his stuff. He's pretty awesome.
So the guy that you saw on the TV also saw you on the screen. Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
How many TVs were there?
Pixelception? I don't know.
I mean, they say the camera has 10 pounds.
I have a very important question. Since Loki is a Disney property.
Yeah.
Does that make Ick the Troll a Disney princess?
I mean,
does he have magic hair? Does he have magic hair?
Yes, he does have magic hair.
Was he cursed?
Probably, but it probably bounced off of him.
Right? And does he need a man to save him?
Well, no.
We're getting it. Is he a Disney villain?
Nor does he have a animal sidekick that can talk.
That was an animal sidekick that can talk.
But is he the sidekick that talks? Like,
oh, he's definitely not sidekick. He is main character material.
Okay, so now we have to ask: is he a Disney villain?
He's not really a villain, but he is definitely the side quest where like we should visit the Troll King and see if he'll give us a magic item that'll help us on our quest. Like he's that guy.
All right.
He's definitely like,
gotcha.
What's he peddling these days?
What's he peddling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always in the market for a good magic item.
Oh, well, I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I'm sure
it's in Eisendor's.
Yeah. Sally, Ansa, where is the luau?
I am the luau.
Clearly, it's right here. We were trying to cash in on that whole chicks and bikinis thing. So,
to be honest, this is what I was wearing, and I was like, do I have to put on clothes for the show? Can I just sit here? So, this is actually my natural habitat.
Stereo pig whistles. Sorry. I love how, I just want to say,
I still have a pig whistle that I forgot all about.
Yeah, you do. Pig whistle. So, oh my gosh.
I am dying to ask Johnny about a chicken question, if you're still there. I'm not sure, we've got these baby Australorps. You can just answer this in the chat at your leisure. We've got 3 baby Australorps, blue ones. They're cute. Two tiny bantams. They're the smallest living things I've ever seen. They're like marshmallows with legs. And then some kind of Sumatra Ayam cross. Anyway, they're all 2 months old now, maybe. Yeah. And they were out they were in an enclosed space, but they are outside when it was raining yesterday. So they didn't actually get wet. But anyway, one of them today is kind of going. And I was like, is it gape worm? Is it a respiratory illness? So I'm just keeping my eyes on them, hoping that the poor little guy didn't catch a cold. So I'm here scrolling away in the background, looking up a gape worm dewormer.
Yeah, definitely low energy chicken.
Yeah, today. He's like,
oh.
But.
Mm-hmm. And yet again, he didn't get wet, but they were outside in the weather, because it was generally a hot day, but then we had mad thunderstorms. So they were out in a little hutch. He had plenty of, shelter, but he definitely today, she, I don't know. And one of them is going, so I live in terror. I live in terror of the gape worm, which for anybody who doesn't know is when worms actually embed themselves in their esophagus. And so the poor little chicken keeps going, trying to breathe around it. So any chicken wisdom you want to throw it down, friend.
That is horrific.
Yeah, it's like that. What is it? What is that horrible worm in D&D that you drink a potion and it suddenly it's in your throat?
Right.
Same thing. It's it's for reals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's it happens with fish too. There's something that eats their tongue and takes the face.
Yeah, I knew about that one.
So everything is trying to eat chickens, including the things that want to eat them from the inside out. And my job is to endeavor to help them grow to adulthood and then protect them.
Speaking and then eat them.
I have but in a humane way, as much as possible. So allergy. So anyway, if you have any wisdom to throw down, I also have a kind of funny everyone lived chicken Ansa versus Predator story from last week that I can share later as well. So,
well, yes.
So what I'm working on today what'd you say?
Now I have chicken nightmares.
Oh yeah. Oh. I can't tell you the number of times I've woken up in the dark, standing in the yard, holding a stick because I was dead asleep. And I heard in my sleep that there was a predator in the yard. I heard some chicken distress and I woke up standing outside, adrenaline pumping. So let me at him, as if I'm going to successfully, beat a coyote to death with a stick. But, even
you unsuccessfully being a coyote to death still is a beating of a coyote.
Right, it would leave a mark. And I'm no enemy to all of the creatures of nature, but it is my job to advocate for the more defenseless ones, as it should be all of our jobs in our own way.
Got a point.
So what I'm working on today is continuing to slog in the 3rd edition Tarot Mines. That's what I'm working on, is a death by 1,000 cuts. Okay, what do we have? Fully feathered 2-month-old birds. I put apple cider vinegar in their water, maybe a cup of gallon once a week. Yeah. So that's for the gapeworm. Or is that just for like respiratory distress? Right? I figured, they're still
Yeah, they're
scrawny
big enough,
looking,
yeah.
but again, the bantams are only literally this tall, but I'm trying to get where you can see my hands. The bantams are still quite small, but they do appear to be fully feathered. They're not in the Skeksis phase. So, boop the coyote on the nose. Yes.
She was gonna.
I was gonna boop it. So thank you, Johnny. Yeah, and I've been meaning to put some apple cider vinegar. I put some Nutri-Drench in their water just to try to give them a little bit of extra nutrients because I was worried. Which for the non-chicken people is basically like smelly vitamin molasses. So it's probably good for everyone. We could all use a little Nutri-Drench. I call mine coffee.
So you're working on.
I'm working on the 3rd edition of my tarot deck. Lord knows it'll take years to get it done, but I am, again, so this was all one surface. Every area that's really light there is where I've carved it out. I'm going to make it big for a second.
Screen.
Yeah, everything there is where I've carved it out with a chisel. I was going for sort of a Art Deco, Art Nouveau, the one that looks sharp and.
You could cover my face.
Echo.
And then you could be on the. There you go.
Now you can do anything.
I'm a mimic.
Nobody's here. So I'm working on those here. I'll hold up the other two too. So that's the back. You've seen these before. This is a Mongol. We're the exception. And yes, these are the blocks where I have the sizing issue that we've talked about in the past, but we're just gonna
so
It's fine.
sad.
and so this is the star card. It's coming together. There's some balanced rocks back in the background there. So vinegar for worms in general.
And I am working on, I'm fleshing out the map that Chris is going to use for her adventure when she does her her adventure with Chase Treasure, which is going to start right after we're done here. After next week's finishing up our orc quest. Maybe they'll try to find Grog now and rescue him from.
Okay, I have questions.
Oh yeah, well we'll get to that in a sec. And so I'm building. This is on the greater map of Rubicia, and this is the local terrain. So I can add some more extra villages and little towns that aren't on the big map because the big map is just too big for that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to flesh it out. Gonna add some little extra fun areas that she may or may not use, but will be glossed over during the campaign, and then and then later on you're like, what was that ruin? Oh, well, that's where the evil whatever lives, and that's so putting that together, building that all up, and and that'll be the map of the month. So that y'all can enjoy that map and look at the things while they adventure and quest away in this part of the world. Far, far away from all the rest of the world.
Well, you're going to give them all the version where the map has a big X on it, right? That's like the thing is here.
Right.
So the adventurers have to wander around blindly.
I have no idea.
While you yell warmer, colder as they wander over the land. Colder, colder, colder.
Are those mountains or pyramids? Wait, those are mountains, I'm pretty sure.
Ziggurats.
They're not. Yeah, those are mountains. Those are mountains.
Ziggurat. That's a lot of pyramids.
Coral.
Tell them I'm not here, okay? Just
no one's here. So that is what I am working on today. Pyramids. All right, so boop, we're gonna get away. And then Mabo, what are you working on? Oh,
I really have no idea.
No,
She's organizing.
I got no idea.
I was organizing and I basically got it done. So now I have this notebook that I'd left in my house. I found in my studio while I was trying to clean. So now I'm going through it because it's a really old notebook, like
full of your past good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, basically. And I was like, oh, and I have technology now that I didn't have back then. And so I'm using my phone to get vector scans of my stuff. Like I'll take a photo with it and have it turned into a vector graphic. And then, so then I can take these cool art designs. Like this was like a deck of card ideas that I had from like a million years ago, with this being the back for Goblonia, and then Wedgie trading card.
Yes,
Ooh,
please.
nice.
Well, this was again has to have been years and years and years ago, and so because I'm not doing that these days. It's been a couple years, and then there's this other idea that I had, and let me see if I can find this page again. This is the dumbest thing. Okay, this is another idea I had about a seahorse costume for the people that would be pulling me, Mermab, in a chariot.
Oh yeah.
All right. So this is what the guys are gonna look like. It's gonna have like the hat here, right? Yep. And then the back of the seahorse, but then the tail of the seahorse is gonna go through and then be a giant cod piece, because I thought that would be cool. And of course they would have to be like shirtless or wearing one of those like crop top things where their belly is naked and it's just like the bolero top. Yeah, that's totally my dream, to someday be a Mermab in a big giant seashell with strapping young men in seahorse regalia to be drawing me in my chariot.
I have to point out that a great thing about being the age that we are is that the scope of what young men is has expanded considerably. Because when I was 25, young men were like barely legal, and now you're like really anywhere between like 17 and 40 is still young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I young. They could be like 82 and just ripped,
right?
You know,
right.
And
yes,
like
Geriatric Conan, if they can pull a cart, they still get the job. I'm just saying. I like that. Justin Guy for Tennessee said, "I've just started keeping a file open to make notes."
And I have to say, I must be very hungry because I saw Sally's note about making blueberry stuffed crescent rolls, and I was like, I want blueberry stuffed crescent rolls. Like,
I'm doing my best to look like a creamsicle. Is it working for you?
Yes, it is.
Go. This is a costume idea for space alien, giant head, flying saucer, fringe skirt.
Nice.
Silver space boots.
I was going to say that clearly those are like, silver Doc Martens or something.
I have silver Doc Martens, right?
No, but that makes sense. Am I surprised? No. That's great.
Yeah, but with the big space collar in the background.
I actually just had a meeting with somebody last night about making me a stilt costume that is a giant Amanita mushroom, so that I can with like
very cool.
With ruffly pant legs, so it's like a long white stalk, with the thing on top. So dwarf and minotaur food, yes please. I'm happy to tell you what sort of things minotaurs like. I had chocolate garlic cheesecake once, and it was surprisingly good considering like weird fusion, but just chocolate. I have to admit, if I'm making weird faces, it's because I realized I can see myself just do a belly roll on the bottom of the screen. So it's like if I look like I'm quietly heaving over here, I'm just entertaining myself because I haven't seen my abs in a while. Like since quarantine.
All right, one more costume design.
Yeah,
you guys ready?
Bring it. Big screen.
This is for Dragon Con. I actually did end up wearing this costume.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. So it's my Mabalope costume.
Of course.
And the caption underneath it, it says, post-apocalyptic interdimensional ninja space pirate dinosaur wrangler from Gallifrey.
Aww. Speaking of antlers, I watched Sweet Tooth. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I can't recommend it enough to people who are interested in the apocalypse, heartwarming fiction, horrific dystopia. And it's real on the nose, unfortunately, but boy, I recommend it a lot. Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
If you like antlers or the apocalypse. Ooh, Declan's magical moop stew.
Yeah, did you get that recipe? I need to make a note on my little list of
little recipe cards.
Nat 21 recipe book, cookbook.
Right.
Working with Sir David Percival, who's written all these great recipes, and I've done some artwork and some okay artwork. And so I'm gonna, when I get free of some of the projects that I have queued up that are a little bit more time sensitive, this is in my do this project someday, which is the Nat 21 recipe book, cookbook.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Whoa.
What kind of thing do you make a bloody cloud of daggers? What recipe is that? It's a very fizzy cocktail. What is that?
No, wait, I got it. It's
blood.
It's like it's like what is that? What is the red cake?
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake, but then you cover it with creme brulee, like the
hot,
sugar part that's sharp, and you make it hard, and then you crack it so that it's all like jagged. There you go, dagger cloud.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dagger cloud.
Right.
Pink mist.
Ooh.
Blood
Actually,
orange.
you know what? Yes. I was thinking, can it be pink lemonade and Prosecco?
Sure.
I'm calling it the pink mist. That I've just created.
But you got to stir it with one of those ridiculous, the little swords that they used to put in cocktails when we were kids. Like a
I don't know anything about those. I have a whole set of them.
The ones you put up your nose.
Me too.
and then stir my drink. Yes, thank you.
So let's see. Go to Dragon Con. Just some guys saying go to Dragon Con as a winged lizard playing 3-card Monty. 2 meta.
I don't. People are not wearing my glasses. I thought it said 2 metal, and I was like, I don't think it could be 2.
I know.
Metal.
I thought it said 2 metal too, and I am wearing glasses. Let's see. Winged lizard. I get it, but it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn, but I like it.
Is it a fire-breathing lizard?
No. Well, yeah, it is. It's basically a dragon.
Throwing dagger. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm liking this pink mist idea because that is an amazing cocktail.
I'm always a big fan of like interesting cocktail things. And I know that Reverend Tommy is off in Ecuador right now. But when we were at Nat 21 Con, he brought down for me a bottle of Don Juan Miguel's tequila. Which I don't know one tequila from the other. I'm not that sophisticated, but I got the clear one and I got the brown one, and he brought them down for me. And I was drinking the brown one last night, whatever that is. And man, is it really? I didn't know tequila could be that smooth. It was really delicious. So I would like us to make a cocktail that involves that, but doesn't take away from how good it is. So I so need a cocktail. I'm going to go also. If we just drink absinthe, it's also deworming. So if you have if you've got chicken problems,
I guess it's made of wormwood. So
right, exactly.
Out.
It is a vermifuge, I believe. I think that was the point, was to get rid of your malaria and others. What's this? It's my vermifuge. It's like centrifuge for worms.
Oh man.
Okay, so I'm writing down the pink mist, which is pink lemonade, Prosecco, garnished with a sword that's stabbing 2 cherries.
I like it.
And then maybe drizzle some grenadine or something.
And please specify what kind of cherries, because maraschino cherries, sorry friends, are fucking disgusting. As a stage prop, they can be useful, and I've seen them employed in interesting ways. But personally, I think maraschino cherries are awful. Luxardo cherries, however, are the classy version. They're like, it's like if your cherry went to its final grave in like really sophisticated like molasses instead of dying in a vat of red dye and candy. So anyway, I invite you to experiment with the cherries of your choice. Anything with too many red cherries just looks like a Shirley Temple. Candied hibiscus flower skewered. Yes, please.
Ooh, that sounds good. Now, the other drink that I'm very proud of inventing, I call it the Mab-mosa. And it's limeade, Prosecco, and muddled basil.
Ooh, yes, please.
I made that for the house concert. I made it by the pitcher. Fresh basil from my garden.
When Curtis Eller was there?
Yep. And I was
Or your pen?
making it by the pitcher for people. And
that's awesome.
It's more refreshing than a mimosa, but it's the same concept of a citrus drink. And so that's the drink I'm most proud of inventing. This is brilliant. The Hexor is some kind of flaming drink.
Absolutely.
But yet refreshing because it's partly water.
How about just like water and Everclear and then set it on fire?
Sounds that tracks.
Carmel's usually good at coming up with some Metatron-tastic fancy cocktails too. That's one of her superpowers. She's of the like stuff I found around the house and yet it still tastes good variety.
You know, I haven't done much work on the TikTok recently, so apologies there. My life has been other than TikTok.
Right.
So one of the things that I'm working on that is not so artsy fartsy glamorous is I have been updating Paulo Garbanzo's website to move everything where we're consolidating all of our servers, all of our domains. And like, it's still an art in a weird way because it's a superpower that I can do that not everybody else can do. And, but because his original website was built using Wix, which is a proprietary platform, and it's all drag and drop, which is great for people who don't do web development. But if you ever want to go anywhere other than Wix, Wix likes to send you off with a big FU.
Ugh.
So
you make it very hard to leave so that you can, you go, screw it. I'm just going to,
I'm hostage.
Basically. So now I am, because I have my own server, which, is unlimited server space. So why is Paul paying for server space there when he's already paying me money for the Nat21 website, theoretically? And so it's like, I just use my own server. We've got everything all in one space. We've got Ans's website. We've got Nat21 Adventures. We've got we got Garbanzo Jungling. Anyways, so now I'm trying to recreate with code what Wix has built with drag and drop. And grabbing images from Wix is a pain in the butt. But that's been taking up a big chunk of my time.
That's a lot. No. The good news is he's not that picky, by which I mean, like, some people are really particular about the exactitudes of the curation.
You mean every client that I have ever worked with ever?
Right. We're much more like, great. Does it look good? Does it show people what it is that you're selling? Super. That whole like the old website, the way that it had like the curtains and all the fancy stuff, like literally the person who built that for us was like, can I use this? And we said, sure. No attachment. Same thing, Mab just rebuilt my website and, and it was beautiful before. And now it's also just perfectly serviceable and lovely. We're just not super fussy. Life is too busy to be bogged down in particulars.
That
Fantastic,
is
fighting the good
nice.
fight.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Whoever said
So,
Sambuca,
yeah.
also yes to Sambuca.
Is that flammable?
Yeah, it's basically like Ouzo's boozier, candier cousin.
So, Anta, for your birthday recently, we were in the liquor store and we were having the conversations about what we know is your favorite booze and what we think is your favorite booze.
Okay.
So I got you the Saint Germain flower, elder flower thing, which I know you never have enough of that.
Correct.
And
Saint Germain makes you immortal.
There you go. And I saw the what is it?
Are you gonna say Strega?
No, it was like there was Ouzo and there was Sambuca, and then we couldn't decide between the Ouzo and the Sambuca. So
Right,
is
right.
it Sambuca or Ouzo for you?
Historically, I've drunk a lot more Ouzo. I have learned though that in the world where I'm not performing all the time, I can only handle a lot of Ouzo if I'm then gonna dance until I get it out of my system, because otherwise it's a brutal day after. Like if I can be physically active until I've come out the other side, it's fine. But if you go to bed with a belly full of Ouzo, you will wake up with a head full of Greek hangover because it's so sugary, which is why if I'm otherwise, I just tend to like get really nice gin and have like a gin and seltzer because I don't want to have a hangover. But when it comes to doing like party / ritual, then I do Strega as my favorite. But I can't sit around and do shots of Strega or whatever. It's like, again,
too much sugar.
Which liquor, hangover country. Yes. So my favorite, it depends on the occasion.
This sounds like a really interesting drink. So Shirley Temple, that's like Sprite and grenadine.
Yeah.
And Kamikaze is sour mix and vodka and lime? Question mark? Like I know?
I don't know what's in a Kamikaze. Have I had one? I had one on that cocktail.
If you've been to if you've ever been to Dalradia at Pennsic, you've had a Kamikaze.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I had kids deliver me one in a hammock one time. Yes, I remember that now.
And you had to say Kamikaze, and then shoot it.
Right.
That does sound delicious. And here's another one I guess you want to stay away from, Render Farm. Ugh. But Zalani, if you do ever want assist for anything, I can definitely work with you. I do really good rates on my service base and all that stuff. Vodka, triple sec, and lime juice. That's what it was. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, Kamikazes are delicious. I actually enjoy them, but because I like limey beverages. Yeah. Talk to me, Zalani, and I have the whole WebMonkey thread or channel on our Discord. Code Monkey.
If you'd like to know what I think is the worst idea for a cocktail ever, my old burlesque crowd, who were again, like 20-year-old pole dancers or whatever, used to make a shambles, which was champagne and Red Bull mixed together.
No,
if you would like to get a bunch of women in high heels riled up and ready to fight or make out. That's the thing. But man, whoa, two things that I don't care for: champagne and Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shambles. They have enough energy to pick a fight and enough champagne to not feel it. Worse, slow gin.
It's one of your home dancers from Poland.
Okay. I don't know. I've had a decent slow gin cocktail.
I don't know what that is. It makes me think of sloths. I've always thought slow gin makes me think of like.
Okay, we need to talk about sloths because
yes, we can switch gears.
I have questions.
Well, hang on, wait. I just want to point out what I'm doing right now, just in case. I just threw this up here on the page because I figured we'd give people something interesting
to look at,
to artsy wise, because all of our art is happening down here. But sometimes I will, like when I'm building a map like this, where I'm like, well, there's regions, and it's like you have this whole thing, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what's going on here, but I was like, well, that's just kind of something happened here. And so there's like 3 ruined towns. And this one, there's a pit in the center of this ruins. This one has a giant crystal growing up out of the ruin. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's really going on there. But I figure eventually I'll come up with a story. And if it's not on the map to begin with, then when I suddenly put it on the map, everyone goes, why wasn't this on the map a while ago? And I'll be like, well, I just made it up. So I figure what I like to do is I'll just throw it on there. And then when somebody goes, hey, what's that? I want to go there.
They're like precognitive Easter eggs.
Yeah.
It's like you put them there before you know what the secret is.
Yeah. So that's, it's so far away from where they're going to actually be adventuring that I figure, by the time I come up with a good idea for it, like, why is there a giant crystal in the center of this ruins? Probably because there was a fight and somebody like slammed somebody. I had a magic item that creates a giant crystal and it just lands on you like a house landing on a witch. And that's what happened. I don't know. It could have been 100 years ago. I mean, giant crystals don't really go far, on their own. I mean, well,
or it could be, here we go, something like a extraplanar meteor hit the village, the city down there.
Yeah.
And it tried to burrow through and was thwarted. And this is its carcass.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, by the time something happens, we'll figure out what's going on. So you have questions.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of sloths, what is the current status of Battle Sloth after the battle last night?
How injured are they?
Battle Sloth didn't take a hit.
That's what I thought, but someone else remembered it differently.
Nope.
And I wanted to verify that.
Crit saved twice.
Okay, so one time was because of someone helping, and then the other one was I rolled double 21s.
Yes.
That was one of the most awesome moments that no one could see. And I'm like, why don't I have a freaking camera on my dice? But that was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so Sloth is 100% fine because some guy said he would, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but go on a murder spree on behalf of Battle Sloth. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. That's actually not at all what he said, but I'm reading the subtext of what he said. So the other questions that I had that I can't remember now. Crap.
Something about shape-shifting doppelgangers?
Yeah, it was 100% about that, dude. So, okay. So how long has he, was he the one that was, so did Grog take over and then the shapeshifter took Grog? Or was he taking out Grog earlier and then became was Grog from the beginning and then started this whole riot, rebellion, murder thing? I don't know at what point.
Those are really good questions. Why would I answer them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a whole other adventure.
Also, does this doppelganger work for himself? Or is he like an agent of someone else? Or...
Yeah, those are really, really awesome questions. And yeah.
You know who knows the answer? I think I know someone who might know at least one of the answers.
Yeah? Anyone? Someone? I don't know. I just make it up as I go.
Damn it, I knew it. I freaking knew. So
actually, no, I had it. This was hilarious because I was like,
at what point did you decide it was a doppelganger?
From the very beginning? Yeah.
Okay.
I just loved that. Like, I was like, oh, Moonbeam. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
That's what that
Magnus was so funny after the show. He was like, yeah, you really got Paul with that Moonbeam thing.
All right.
So, all right.
And look, coming to the show.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, sunshine or moonbeam.
Morning, Moonbeam.
Also, when I just like you popped into the screen and I saw you just on the little window, I thought you just had tits out, and I was like, "Yeah, naked show."
That's it.
Dobry Den, Cozy Ben.
Oh, I see it there. Yeah, I can see it with the highlights.
So there's a phrase in Czech. So like, there's rock out with your cock out in English, right? So in Czechish, it's Dobry Den, Cozy Ben. And that literally means good day. Like if you were to say, like, oh, good morning or good day to someone, Dobre means good. Dobry Den. Cozy Ben means tits out.
Good day, tits out.
Yeah, that's right. It's like rock out with your cock out, but it's like, hey, it's a good day. Boom, tits out. All right. So Dobry Den. Cozy Ben. Dobry Den, Cozy Ben.
So this reminds me of one of my favorite memes, and we actually printed it out to hang on the wall. So I'm gonna go get it real quick.
Sorry about the weird lighting, everybody, but I'm trying to it's like such super fine work I'm trying to do, and the lighting that was like good for the show is bad for the carving. So I'm trying to,
do it all.
I'm 100% for this. I'm here.
Whip them out Wednesday.
Right.
That's
Yes,
it.
please.
Well, what you don't know is I started already.
They are already out. They have never been in.
You just can't see that. There you go.
What I want to know is if you were going to have no pants, why would that be the shirt you decided to wear? It's
Hands on, dick out, sunlight photosynthesized. Are those? Yeah, those are those penis orchids. Look at
wow,
those
you're a
penis
those are
orchids.
adorable.
I know, I love them so much. This was a failed print, but yeah, this is
I'm sorry.
I love that you're printing out memes.
What was the failure about that?
Oh, it was just off center and weird. Yeah, I've never wanted to hang a meme on my wall until that one.
Adorable.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Magnus, you're
This
so
is-
on to me. Oh, yes. Well, of course.
Dude, that battle was brutal.
I had to go through all, I was like, yeah, I got to hit them good enough that patrons are going to use all their powers. And then, blargy, blarg, blarg.
So
Yep.
I burned all of my high level spells pretty early. And that moonbeam, because I had to upcast a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually cast any whatever 4th or 5th level spells. I can't remember what my highest level
You
was.
should have 4th, I think. Right.
I think it is. Hold on a second.
So
4th. Yeah, I didn't cast any actual 4th level spell. Everything I cast at 4th level was a lower level spell upcast.
So rangers don't have a whole lot of spells,
Right.
but what they do have is all concentration spells. So I really want an item that allows me to maintain just 2 at the same time. Otherwise, it's going to be boring. No, it's so boring. Because
It's so boring. Rangers aren't supposed to sit around casting spells. They'd be like, spell, 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 and fight.
Why would I climb stuff?
Yeah.
fine, I'm taking a level in Warlock. Wait a minute, I can't have spells either. I want to level in Wizard.
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's right. We got. Well, that's gonna come soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you.
There's a
We
reason I
talked
said
about-
Warlock.
we were talking about with Paulo the other day having a character that is 1 level in every class. So it's like the jack of all trades.
Mab, have you read Goblins? It's a online comic, and it's been going on for years, and it's amazing. It's so funny and heartbreaking. Like, I've cried several times while reading this comic, and it's just so fucking good. I'm sorry I said the F word, but that's how good it is. They're talking about making an animated series. I don't know if it's really going to happen or not, but it's so good. It's basically these these goblin clan. A bunch of the members are like, I'm sick of being fodder for low-level adventurers. I'm going to take a level in something. And so these goblins start like deciding, okay, well, I'm a paladin and I'm a this. And then they start going and becoming adventurers and like, oh my God, it just gets so epic. And it's really funny because there's all these meta D&D references that they're always making. And I can't explain how good it is. It's it's amazing.
Okay, marking it down. Goblins webcomic. Goblins.
Yeah.
Webcomic, and I'm gonna grab the link.
Ew.
Boom! Oh my God, they're so cute.
I know.
All right, I'm posting.
Oh my God, all the characters are so good, and you just get so invested, and like all these different storylines start happening, and it's huge and funny and heart-wrenching, and it's just so good. Everyone should read it. I've read it a couple of times, and
can I get a print or a PDF version of it?
I would buy if they sold it in graphic novel form. I would buy it because one of the things that I hate about webcomics is when they have like just one panel per week or month or whenever they post, and like one panel could just be like a battle scene. And so it's just like slash, dodge, boom. Done. Oh my God. And then that's all you get to read for that week, So like when I have a favorite webcomic, I just not read it for a while and let them save up.
For me, it's Order of the Stick, Girl Genius. Those are the two.
You know what else is really good is Lore Olympus.
That's a new one, isn't it?
I've been reading it for a couple years. I don't know how long it's been out. But it's all about Persephone and Hades and all of the other gods, but they're like, I don't know, they're like young 20-somethings that are still like, it's the time period isn't really set down, but there's like offices and stuff, but then there's also, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's really good.
There's some comments here from Magnus.
So this one was really good. To drink. So just some guy had that comment. I think we saw that. I saw it for like a hot second last night. But we were going too crazy to dwell on.
There was so many good comments last night.
Yeah, and not having Reverend Tommy to kind of moderate stuff. I appreciated everybody's stepping up to kind of help us, split our focus of playing the game and moderating.
Yeah. So nobody's asked me what I'm creating.
Oh yeah, what are you creating?
Hey,
Breakfast.
what are you creating?
I was just gonna say, it looks like you're still waking up.
See, that's exactly what I said. I was like, oh, Kitty's usually asleep until she gets here. So
I've actually been awake for a while. I've been waking up pretty early, but I haven't been like awake yet. But I guess I'm awake enough because this show starts at 9:30 in the morning for me.
Right.
Because I'm on Pacific time now.
Right. Pacific time.
So cereal.
Specific time.
Some almond slices.
Oh wow, you're really this is actual cooking.
Yeah, I'm creating breakfast.
Now you're gonna add grenadine and prosecco.
Oh yeah, Kitty. We were talking about drinks. Ooh, hemp hearts.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about custom cocktails that we were gonna make for the show.
Red Bull and rosé.
No Red Bull.
See?
But this one is called the Pink Mist. It's Prosecco and pink lemonade. And it's garnished with 2 cherries skewered on a sword.
Yes. Yeah, we should have, Yeah, more cocktails based on characters and events from the show. Yogurt.
Oh, I love yogurt instead of milk on cereals.
Yogurt instead of milk, because we
You're
like
making
our cultures.
Parfait. They call it parfait to make it sound fucking fancy. Is that plain yogurt or is it vanilla or honey or?
It's honey vanilla, actually. Good call.
I love that stuff. That is the stuff I get.
Yeah.
I will eat that, and then I will sprinkle some. There's blueberry Cheerios that are really good.
Ooh.
I know.
Normally, I'd like to put blueberries in here, but I don't have any blueberries. I have grapes, but I feel like I'll just eat the grapes on their own later. Maybe I'll make a smoothie.
I have a blueberry bush. I have 3.
Aww.
And this year, the harvest came in, and Magnus brought both berries in. He ate one, and I ate the other.
The harvest came in.
Both berries.
I miss being at your house. Let's do that again. That was delightful.
You are welcome. And we need to do the Steven Universe Watchathon.
Mm-hmm.
So Kitty sends me a message. I got Kitty hooked on Steven Universe. Have you guys seen it, Paul Ansa?
No.
It's so good.
Oh, it's really good. It's super gay.
It's even better than She-Ra, Princess of Power. It's even better.
Shut your mouth.
You see his face?
I
Yeah,
know.
I did. But it is. It really is.
It's gayer. It's more touching. There's more rainbows. It's funnier. I think maybe it's
and
funny.
it has better music.
It does. Well, I don't know.
Kidding,
Did
he
you
like
see-
sings the She-Ra theme song in his sleep.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It really is. The She-Ra theme
Are
song
the
is.
puzzle
But
gems.
that one's even better. Come on. It's so good. It's so good. You should.
All right,
I will have to. You're forcing me to do this, then I will check it out.
We will have a watch party.
Yeah.
But she is on season 5 right now, and that's the big one.
Oh, I can burn through some.
Yeah, and the episodes are only 11 minutes long.
Oh wow,
you could do it while like working out.
that's true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you absolutely can. Except
Is
you're gonna
season 5 the final season?
No, well, yes, but no. There's another Steven Universe Future show that they did where he's like kind of grown up, and it's like what happened after.
La, 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 la.
I said everything.
Okay. I didn't want to even hear what, but that's fine. That's fine.
I said everything.
But yeah, so last night after the show, I watched a little bit of Steven Universe and then decided to assign, like, you know, the thing where it's like, where you assign all your friends which character they are.
Oh, right. I love it.
Take this quirky.
Yeah, so Paulo is Steven. Ansa is Garnet. I'm Amethyst. Mab is Rose. Carmel is Pearl.
Yes.
And Chris is Connie.
Oh, Connie and Chris.
We'll have to watch it so we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to do that.
Hey, is anybody else out there making any art today? Or you guys just like listen to us chat while you know, do the other things you have to do, like fold your laundry and fill out your spreadsheets and all that stuff? Saving just the part we wanted to see.
Oh, I didn't know it was on the screen.
I just put it there.
Oh.
But you can put it on this one for a second. All this time, I will show you the thing I just did. It's around this central moon. There's sort of a circle. there's a circle around the moon, and it's got little tiny striations that go this way around it. And that is what I've been doing this entire time because it's so terrifying. Where'd he go?
It's just
Where'd he go? I don't know. It's really it's just a real commitment because once you've cut it with a chisel, that's what it is. And so this entire time, I have made all of probably 40 tiny little chisel marks.
Okay, honestly, the best thing that I've just seen right now is me misreading this to say is it Sam or Dean from Supernatural Gay? Which, by the way, I thought was the name of a show. So that was it. Because then there was like, does that make any sense? Is it Sam or Dean from Supernatural Gay? Like,
oh, Supernatural Gay is the show.
it's
Yes,
the show.
exactly.
Supernatural Gay.
It's not
I
just
would watch that
Supernatural.
show.
It's Supernatural
I would.
Gay.
You know, they have like NCIS Los Angeles and NCIS.
Right, exactly.
They're supernatural,
Gay.
and then they're supernatural gay.
Welcome to Paranormal LGBTQIAW plus Paranormal.
I tell you, honestly, though, Supernatural and Supernatural Gay, it's basically the same show, except they don't edit out the parts where Sam and Dean kiss.
Connie's making something.
We actually
I
do
love
that.
it.
We do this to gross our kids out all the time because your parents are disgusting, and every time they're like, "Stop being affectionate," we go, and they're mortified. I promise. One
Okay,
something
I
kind of
totally-
cool parents is someone else's embarrassment.
I would like to know
Something
more about
tells
this
me that you
video.
guys do that even when you aren't trying to freak out your kids.
That's fair.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah.
fair.
We don't usually make the noises. I'm just saying the noises is so even if they cover their eyes, they can't get away from it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this video templates, because that's one of the parts of Paulo's website that I'm currently getting ready to hop on.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by video templates?
I
Tell
literally
me
don't
more.
even know what any of those words mean. It's like I'm
Supernatural
pretending.
Gay.
I'm pretending to live here on Earth. I don't know what those words mean.
Is it like with like a opening sequence, or is it tell me more? So the project that I'm trying to figure out on Paul's website, on his old website, it was a video gallery that had all of the videos queued up, and you could like swipe through and pick whatever video you wanted to watch. So you're gonna make this. So I'm creating the sequences for the opening, ending cuts. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought you were like, yeah.
Scripting.
Anyway, yeah. All right. My brain just burped. So
Hey, I just shipped a tarot deck to New Zealand today, which is really cool. I'm excited to know that my artwork has been to parts of the world I have not. I'm glad that at least my tarot deck can get into New Zealand right now, even if I can't. And I hope this person really enjoys it because the shipping that they paid to get it from this continent to theirs, the shipping guide shows you how far it travels because, of course, it's not even going to Australia. It's going further and down. It's like $29 in shipping or something.
Ouch.
So
Wow.
I hope they like it. I really hope they like it.
I have a question about travel for Paul and Ansa.
Yeah.
I keep asking you this, but for some reason, I feel like the answer is in flux, probably because it is. Is Italy open for travel right now?
Yes. Yes, you have to prove that you have
Had a test.
well, so you have to show up at the airport with a recent COVID test. You also have to have proof of immunization. So or vaccination, rather, whatever.
Mhm.
Does anybody want to see a dog wearing a cone?
Who doesn't want to see a dog wearing a coat?
Yeah,
Make it big.
100%.
Make it big.
There it is.
Ginger.
Oh,
No.
like reflective.
Yeah, she's got a
Aw.
comfy cone. It's soft. It's kind of like what lunch bags are made out of.
Right. So they can
Yeah.
actually lay their head down. Aw.
Yeah.
Look at those big cute ears.
So she loves to come in here while I'm streaming, and then she'll go between me here, but she can't actually get between now because the cone is too big, and so she's stuck.
Aw.
Aw, so cute.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to have proof of vaccination, and otherwise you have to be in quarantine for like 10 days or something like that.
As long as your vacation was, you have to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yep. England, however, is a whole different matter.
Yeah,
and,
I think that's what I was thinking of. England is
Mhm.
is having another wave right now,
Yep.
and India is bad too.
Yep.
Is that what I?
And Australia has shut its doors till 2022. They are not here to mess
They're
around.
just like, yep, nope, F you.
There's nothing we need that anybody else has. Stay away. So
Wow.
that's wild. Yeah.
It's so cool being an island.
Right? That's
Yeah.
it's tough news for the Metatron because that's where she came from when all this started, and she was supposed to be turning around and going right back. So she's kind of treading water until they get less xenophobic or whatever.
So
That's
Russia
Well,
and
I
Brazil.
mean, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that. You're just like, the rest of the planet is messed up, so we're just gonna be here. Y'all guys, good luck, everyone.
Right.
You know, like I
Yeah.
don't know if that's xenophobia. I mean,
It's functionally that way, like, you know, because it's not like they're not letting anyone in, you know, really. It's just,
They're
Yeah.
not. Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's that thing like she would jump through the hoops, but the hoops don't even exist right now because they're just like,
Mhm.
nope.
Johnny, I was saying that Russia and Brazil are hurting as well.
Isn't it funny how it's mostly people who have, you know, right-wing dipshits in charge that are having the problems? Not universally, because, you know, Australia is a rather conservative country, but
yeah, but Australia is closing off their borders so they don't have problems. Like, that's not because they are having problems. They are actually doing better
Right.
than most everyone else. And then they're just like,
let's keep it that way.
let's keep it that way because the rest of the world is run by dipshits. So
I feel like as soon as like, you know, Australia is ready to receive us again, I feel like it would behoove us to just move there so
Right.
that we're
Everything
already
is
in the
trying
right
to
spot.
kill you. Everything
Yeah,
wants to
that's
kill
fine.
you in Australia.
Yeah, but
Okay.
when zombies are what's trying to kill me, kind of seems like Australia already has a plan.
We just mined the water, pushed everything we didn't want into it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
We're hoping that we can get into Italy when the time comes. Like,
Yeah, and all of those things,
Travel-wise.
you know, like I've been, you know, obviously been keeping very close tabs on what the situation is. And basically it could change at a moment's notice at any time. So,
Right.
you know, we're just like,
you can't make plans based on what the rules are now, because
Yeah.
as soon as they go huge spike or, you know, whatever, then Delta variant,
Yeah.
then the rules can change. So all we can do is make plans and hope.
Mhm.
And you know what? My long-term planning muscles have actually been broken by COVID. As a person who's really as a person who's lived my life planning, you know, a year in advance for festivals and so forth. And it's like, I'm like, oh, is that next Tuesday? I don't know, man. We'll have to see. Like the part of my brain that just is like, oh, any shit could happen. He's doing better at that because he went back, you know, functionally went back to work, you know, earlier during COVID. So like, it's like that part of his brain has started functioning again, but I'm still really like,
Oh,
yeah, whatever. We'll see if Friday even happens.
Yeah.
Is there a Friday?
You don't know.
I actually just booked a long distance in the future, what feels like in the future plan where and it's the first like vacation thingy I've done that's like not a work related vacation
Oh yeah.
in years and years and years. I turn 50 in September, and Magnus's birthday is also in September. So we got a beach house in North
Awesome.
Carolina that has a swimming pool. So I get to be Mur all day.
That's
Every day.
awesome.
Yeah.
Mermab.
I
See,
just
now September has to come.
I had a little freak out to myself when I watched Paolo using a mountain paintbrush.
I love it.
What?
And you're like, mountain. That's how the gods do it. Just big swaths.
Just squish it together. Yeah, I'm
Slarty Bart Fast.
gonna put this little wizard tower up on a hill. Because why else would it be?
Are you Slarty Bart Fast now?
All right, what?
Slarty Bart Fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm being transported.
Rocks.
I feel like a surgeon. My little chisel in hand.
Rocky Plateau.
So Magnus brings up this book called On the Beach. And this looks really interesting because I love all kinds of post-apocalyptic stuff. So it's after a nuclear World War III has destroyed most of the globe. The few remaining survivors in southern Australia await the radioactive cloud that is heading their way and bringing certain death to everyone in its path.
Oh, shit.
Now
This
replace...
is the theme for your birthday?
No, this is... It kind of is, apparently, but replace radioactive cloud with pandemic. So the book is called On the Beach.
I've heard of that.
And, yeah, I have too. When was it written? Sally's read it. When was this? I feel like they made a movie about this in the 70s, but
Yeah.
or the 80s.
Sounds like something the 80s would have done.
Oh, the 80s.
Oh man, I tell you, growing up in the 80s with the great On the Beach was written in the 50s, so dated but still poignant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was the beginning
So-
of our fears of
Wow.
nukes, right?
Yep. Because that was the nuclear age, and they did have a movie in 1959. I wish Twitch would not censor links.
Do they?
You should be able
Yeah,
I didn't know
I-
that.
Well, they only censor them posted by other people. You can post the link, but they do that to prevent, spam people from spamming or,
Linking you to
trolls
their
from posting links to porn and stuff.
Gotcha.
to. Yes.
Yes, no, thank you.
19. So it's a Wick film based on a novel. The 1959 trailer right here.
What? Aha, I have just carved out.
Did you say Stanley? Oh, it's Stanley Kramer, not Stanley Kubrick.
Well, I want to
I'm
see
like-
that one.
So that's the link to the trailer. Huh. Wow. 1959. Wow, they weren't short on hyperbole back in the day is what the first comment on on the video is.
Well, you guys, it's been great, but I'm gonna go do PT with the dog.
Oh,
Yay.
We're gonna do stretch her little leggies, and then put the ice on them and give her
Aw.
treats while it happens.
No, that's adorable.
You're wonderful.
She's wonderful.
Aw.
I can't wait till she can run around again like a regular
Aw.
dog.
I
She
missed the
already-
part where she got injured, so I'm sorry for.
She
Not
tore
knowing.
her ACL or something
What?
like that. I mean, I know it's her ACL and they had to reconnect shit
Oh.
and stuff. And she's got this massive gash in her leg where
Ooh.
and it's stapled together. And so she's just got
Aw.
these gnarly staples in her poor little leggy. And she's
Aw.
like, you guys, I think I'm done healing. I would like to run around. And we're like, no, you
Aw.
can't run yet. And she's like, no, I just want to. And we're like, no, you can't. Put your cone back on.
Put your cone back on, young lady. No daughter
Okay,
dog of mine is gonna. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yay. Love you. Bye.
I'm gonna have to go too because at this point everything I need to do is boring laptop stuff where I make the face of
Drone face.
drone face.
I think that
No.
my Mabo, that my the graphics person who helped me with my deck, I think that she has shared with you also the folder of all the updated art. So between us, when we have time, that way we've both got access to it. If you want,
Right.
maybe
So
step me
there-
through it.
that's two projects that do have a more urgent timeline. Let me get Paulo's website to the 100%, or I'm going to say 85 to 90%. And then the
Sure.
last little bit I can do after we do the domain name transfer, because that is a very time sensitive thing. And then I'll give you all of my love. And I will give all of you my love, because thank you so much, everybody, for helping to keep us inspired and keeping us doing our artsy fartsy way of life, which we wouldn't stop anyways.
But it's more fun to share.
It is. And I'm loving the conversations. We really do talk about just about everything. If you haven't seen the movie Children of Men, that movie was really good. That movie was good. And love having you all here. I am going to throw down my ninja smoke bomb and quickly disappear. Ciao.
All right. Bye.
She's the best.
Ninja smoke bomb. All right.
Learn it. Here.
Luna Taco. What you have to Yes. Yay. Well, let's see. Oh, we only got about 20 more minutes. I'm gonna keep rolling on this map here.
Here, make the thing big when you get a chance.
Oh, thingy big.
So again, every bit that I carve I have trepidations because the choices are final. And yes, in theory, I could maybe like use a little bit of wood putty filler or something to redact something. But that's a point of pride that you don't do that. You just try to make decisions you can live with. So up here at the top, you can see inside the torch, there's the wand. I just carved out that whole wick area on the side closest to his head. Yeah, right there. Way to go, Vanna. So right in my eye. Yes. So I just carved that little area out. Nice. And I hope that I will like the way that it looks. And you can,
I like it.
So every one of those little choices is definitive.
What about that hype train last night? That's the hype train, it's a thing on Twitch. It's that was a ton of fun, and I think that's a really great way to run it. I'm kind of just making that up as I go. The more people throw in, the more things happen. I don't know. It's just funny to me that's how that works. That system, because it's they're just like, yeah, people are, whatever that algorithm is that makes that happen, where they're like, clearly people are chatting and having a good time. Let's hype them up. Let's throw some sugar on that. And so it's a ton of fun. And I was just like, oh yeah, let's do that. There was just a great moment to have somebody do an incredible heroic feat of lopping off heads and then ending with scimitar to the face, arrow to the face, and then goring to the quite an attack. And then what happened? She gained a group of followers that are now, gonna follow her until, of course, somebody else comes along and does something even more epic. But I don't see that happening, honestly. So yeah, what's that all about? Love it.
It was fun and amazing.
Fun, amazing, and yeah, good times.
It's one of those places where the D&D itself is a thing that clearly has evolved over time. I played in 5th grade. It was different then. And then the way that, because the way Nat 21 is set up and the thing that Twitch is also are changing the experience. If you were all sitting around a table together, things like that wouldn't be possible. It would be different. It would be cool in other ways. But, this part where it's interactive, not only with humans that you're not seeing at the table with you, but then also with these like robot algorithm craziness, it's like making the game grow and change in a way that it wouldn't if we were all together.
Right.
It's in a way that, dare I say, is actually helpful, instead of just being like, oh, doing, gaming online is hard.
Right. Well, and it's helpful to actually for the enjoyment of the show itself.
Yeah. That's,
yeah.
Like, I'm happy to see that it's because there are people who don't want to, a lot of folks like to game online, obviously, but there are folks that don't want to do tabletop gaming online because the whole interacting with the screen, and now there's lights in your face and the other people aren't across the table, and you have to be aware like any show, you have to be aware of a different set of
Mhm.
staging parameters, and not everybody's into it, right? Like we have very good gaming friends who want no part of trying to do this stuff
Yeah,
online.
they're like, yeah, no, it gives me a headache.
Yeah, not into it, not fun. That's totally legit. That's a choice you can make. But the part where Twitch and the people and the internet are actually able to contribute something and not just have it be like, you know, it's nowhere near as good as a live show, but we're glad to have it. It's like, no, it's actually really cool, just different.
Yeah. I agree.
Good thing is if you got this far and said, wait a minute, I'm not into
Yeah,
this.
this blows.
I painted myself right into this Twitch shaped corner.
Yeah.
No, you're always super jazzed up when you're done.
Yes. I love it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It was fun and amusing. That's right. And again, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like there is no other, like what system would do that? Like that would be a bizarre system.
Imagine sitting at the dining room table with 6 friends and suddenly 30 people come crashing through the door and demand that you change the action in the game. You know, like that would be distracting and disruptive.
Not what the dungeon master had planned.
Instead of charming, you know.
Yeah.
Super loud hype train here in the dining room or the rec room or whatever.
Right. Or if somebody's like, hey, I brought snacks. You brought snacks? What else can we do? Come on, let's wait, what you got? Like, I brought a Mountain Dew. All right, okay, let's go.
Weird.
I'm gonna order a pizza. How's that? All right. Keep that hype train going.
That's right. Talking about cocktails, we're making cocktails.
That'd be awesome.
Actually.
Next time we do that, you know what? Tell you what, we're having a party next. Oh my gosh. Yeah, totally, we're doing that. All right. Yeah, Stonebridge.
I'm gonna have to find some pants and go to other meetings.
Oh, that's not right.
Don't get me wrong. Again, I'd be happy to just wear what I'm wearing. But if you drive in a bikini, your thighs stick to the seat in the sun.
Those are very important words.
Impractical. That's the point I'm making. Be very entertaining to the next person I have to talk to, though. Okay.
Does that look like a bridge, everybody? Does that look like a bridge? That looks like a bridge. No idea what those rocks are. What did I do? What am I doing? Oh, that's the ruins.
See, this is what the gods say too. I'm not really clear what I did there. I couldn't find my spectacles, so I just piled some stuff up.
Screw it, I'm starting over. Flood this whole thing.
Right. When you're seeing it in the big picture, these problems don't seem that important.
She needed a crater there. Yeah. So here's the thing. Now, all right. So we have like 10 more minutes. I have pizza. All right, Tally. Yeah.
Bring it.
Mountain Dew. Great. All right. Yeah. Funyuns. And just throw like a handful of Funyuns, not a whole bag, just a handful. Just so, all right. So what crazy things can we throw into these mountains over here? They're on this little spot, this little wooden spot.
Quick, make Mab get off the line, and that way she won't know what traps you're laying.
So I'm gonna like they won't be part of the adventure at all. But I want some like, hey, what's that? Oh, that's the portal everyone knows about, or that's the magic pool that everyone knows about. Up in the mountains, it's a trek. It's hard to get to. It's annoying, but it's up there. What's up there, everybody? Because I'm gonna just throw in some random stuff. I don't know. We'll make the backstory later.
A well.
A well. That's a good one.
Yeah, gotta have a place for Timmy to fall down.
Timmy has been in that well forever. Let's see if they have wells. Oh, they do have wells.
Of course they do.
There's like an abandoned well. Ooh, abandoned well, or like a kept up well?
No. If it's in the middle of nowhere, there's some story about, why there ever was a well there to begin with. And
on the top of a mountain.
Why is no one using this now? Because they're all dead. Why? 8 pages of backstory.
8 pages of backstory. Let's tell you what, like right in this little nookie here, we're just going to put this little well. And it's going to be like not to scale. What are we gonna do? Blend it normal.
Hot magma pools. Ooh, Sally. Yes, please. Summer leather seats. Most cars now have side airbags. You can't even add seat covers, right? Yeah. And in a world where, I don't know if you noticed, Delani, but like every pair of shorts that any athletic person wants to buy, they're all short shorts. Like I'm a short Daisy Duke short kind of gal. And I always feel like it's a little much, but it's just my jam. Well, the college students run by our place all day long, every day jogging, and they're all wearing short shorts. That's what shorts are, at least for women or sporty people. So it's like we have a whole world of people who are burning their thighs right now. That's all I'm saying. Cauterize those. Yeah, hot magma pools are good. Oh, wait, I think my appointment might just be canceling. Yes, they are. So, I'm doing a tarot tonight, by the way, if anybody wants to show up for that.
Yeah, come on by tonight.
Good thing she told me now before I went and sat my bare legs down on the seat.
Oh.
I am available for
hot magma pool. All right. Let's see. Well, I could just replace one of these mountains with a
volcano.
We have
and then you have to have the volcanic mud springs nearby.
Oh yeah.
We'll be there. Yay! Yes, and yep. Yay, please come on by. Tonight we'll be working on the next batch of the major cards. If you were there last week, I know it's summertime now and everybody has lots of other things to do. So hopefully if you can't be there, you can catch us on the flip side. But we will walk our way through a whole bunch of the major cards and give people some more information and then do some card reading. It probably won't be an hour and a half tonight as it was last week, since the appointment that I was about to have right now will now be after class. Scheduling it all in. But yes, it'll be fun. And I'm happy to read cards for you as always, breaking in my new deck. And thanks again to Johnny for the chicken advice. Hopefully our little ones are going to be okay.
I wonder if they have magma pool. Let's see. I bet they do. Magma? No. Lava? Really? No lava? Mm-hmm.
So Magnus, if you're still out there, speaking of magma, we have a little friend, who's the age of our kids, who's also named Magnus, which is hilarious because they were a tiny baby named Magnus. But when they got named, our kids said, what did they name the baby? Magnus. Magnets? They thought that was the coolest thing, that their buddy's mom had named them Magnets. So whenever I think of like big Magnus, little Magnus, you're all magnets to me. And everybody knows the ways of magnets are mysterious.
No one knows how they work.
Yay.
You know what? I think this portal deserves a little road. So who put the portal there? No one knows. No one knows. They just did.
There, I wish Sally's Pizza was here because the meeting I was supposed to have next was a lunch meeting.
That road is wrong. Somehow they get through the hill, around the big giant tree,
over the river and through the magma. To grandmother's house we go.
If you didn't know where that town was, you wouldn't just go across the plains. You would just go down the hillside until you could see the ocean, and that's where that road would meet up. There you go. Yeah. All right. There we go. What else do we have? Let's see. I'm just checking to see what else should be in these little mountains there.
Well, there was the lava.
The lava.
You've got random menacing crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, scary caves are always good.
Oh yeah,
Weird standing stones are always good. And by good, I mean bad. Geographical features. Can you
I feel
also?
like there should be more villages here, just because that's such a nice little plain. There's farming
Right.
should be good, but there was a village here. There was a whole town here, and Chris blew it up.
Really?
That's part of the part of the game is that they're in this one town, this town right here down below, and then they I'm pointing at it like you can see this, but my arrow is on it. All right, there you go. They're in this town and they hear that this town over here blows up. That's I think the start of the adventure. So
Nice.
So yeah, that was the best town ever. It was beautiful.
Cute
It was
little
gorgeous.
priceless architecture.
Yeah, I might just put like farmland all around it just so that everyone knows that it was just great.
Right.
And so,
Charming. Some sort of like weird, inexplicable sheet of ice would be nice. Ice is good.
that's a bit big. Let's make that a little smaller. There you go. There's probably some farmland around this town too. Probably a lot, actually.
So there's some big damn bales of hay.
How's wheat?
Other fields of wheat. Wheat.
Wheat.
I would like to complain about the big wheat bias that shows up in all things as a gluten-free person.
Here's some cabbages. You like cabbage?
My cabbages.
There you go. You got your cabbages, kid. All right.
Oh my God.
This town is surrounded by cabbages.
That's why the other town blew them up.
That's right. You blew them up. Well, it was cabbages.
Well, welcome to Brassington. Dragon Lair. We have a vote for Dragon Lair. Magnus also says whenever people scream Magnus, it sounds like madness. Magnus! Stella! Mines are always good in a bad way.
Yeah, I got some mines over here. There's
Okay.
actually over here. This is Dwarf Town. It's their market that they're like, yeah, we'll deal with you humans. So that's a little dwarven mine over here with a little dwarf market area. So like, you guys want to deal with us? Come on over.
Right.
So that's them's. I didn't want to put too much in these other mountains here because I have there's other things, but yeah.
Yeah, Sally Mab has the soy allergy too, and that is like, if it doesn't have wheat, it has soy. If it doesn't have soy, it has nightshades. It's like a whole, like the sort of way that foods overlap, trying to find the window of things you can eat. It's all pine trees. What are they? Anti-deciduites?
Anti-deciduites.
Well,
there's an ice cave somewhere. Ice cave.
See? Ice cave, sheet of ice.
That's a little big.
Wow. I mean, really depends what you're selling here. All right. Well, I am going to sign off. Thank you, everybody. You gave me the courage to actually chisel away at this project. I'm going to go send this deck off to Australia, or rather New Zealand. I'm sorry, very different place. And check on my chickens.
There you go. Check on those chickens.
Chicken bird.
Oh, there you go.
Chicken bird.
All right. Well, that is just a small corner of the world. I will eventually. I promise. I will eventually have a map of the entire continent. I've got it. It's laid out, and there's a lot of things going on there. And it'll be a vague map of the entire continent. Of course, not the entire planet, but the continent. We have so many things going on coming up, my friends. We have a lot of special stuff is happening. So not only do we have Chris's Chase Treasure campaign going to happen right here on our usual Tuesday night after we finish our next episode on Tuesday, I will be off for 6 weeks. We're still currently headed to Italy. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. And then I'm zipping back and forth around the country for a bit. So I was like, you know what? If I'll just take a little sabbatical, as it were. And not only is Chris going to do her campaign, but we have Goblonia for 4 weeks on Sunday night, and then spam risk. And then we are coming up with, once Galbonia does their thing, we have Mike Nistel is going to be running a campaign on the moon. So it's going to be a fun D&D adventure on Sunday nights. And then I'll be back while that's happening as well. We still have Gothic Gaming happening, and we have, so many things. And then we got so many stuff. The next Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I'll be running is going to be the All Bard Party, and this is going to be it's going to be a long campaign. It's going to go from middle of August until December, and we have various sponsors. Penny Dragon Publishing, which is the proud producers of here. Let's make this little thing. The proud producers of Mag of Holding, which actually we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to be giving away some of these Mags of Holding. This is episode 1. It's a great magazine. It's got resources for all your Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And the cool thing is that what they've done, which I think is very clever, is that they are each magazine each issue has it's like this one is like, this is all about frost adventures, like adventures in the snow and ice. So you just this whole one, you just go, this is my Frozen Wastelands episode. Boom. They're going to have another one that is going to be their seafaring one, and they're going to have, and that way you get actually like, you get ideas. You got something, you're like, wait, this is going to be from my Frost Wasteland episode. Boom. So that's going to be great. So they have an upcoming module that's coming out. It's going to come out in December. So we're going to be promoting some of it. We're going to be playing some of it during our episodes. Then for Halloween, we have our friends have a module as well. So we've got a dark and spooky module that could be running for Halloween. And then All Bard Party, Battle of the Bands to finish up the year. So we have a ton of things going on, everybody. So stick around. And right now, I'm going to go get something to eat because all this talk of this food is making me hungry. You guys are awesome. I will see you all soon. Tonight, we have Tarot with Madame Ansa at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow is Sonnets with Shakespeare, and then Gothic Horror Gaming. So we got you all covered for the rest of the week. My friends, thanks a lot for sticking around and creating with the crew. Once again, there's no such thing as critical failure, just critical little accidents. Have a great day, my friends. We'll see you.